In brain backup news, submitted by Hendrik.
Hendrik. Wait, like Vietnamese? Hendrik? Hendrik.
Sounds like a Harry Potter kid name.
Oh.
Hendrik.
Hendrik.
Oh, it does.
Put down the can of worms.
Right. Oh, Hendrik. A startup is pitching a mind uploading service that is 100% fatal. What?
What the fuck?
That shit's like altered carbon. I was gonna die in a couple days. Might as well.
Yeah, that seems to be like the first people that they're gonna.
They should have done this for Stephen Hawking, man.
Yeah, why didn't they do it to Stephen Hawkins?
Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, man, I should have done it for him.
Can someone tell me
You
what's
got
going
David
on?
already.
I think I missed
Hawkings. It depends on how it's pronounced.
You could download your brain, dude.
What?
Yeah.
They should have done it to Stephen Hawking.
Should have done it to Stephen Hawkins, that's what I said.
I was behind on information, so.
Now you're caught up. You're
Yeah,
caught
now
up.
I'm caught up.
Yeah,
What about Stephen Hawkins?
yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Hawkins.
Yeah, Hawkins.
Stephen Joaquin's?
Stephen Joaquin. What happened to Estefano Joaquin? Esteban Joaquin.
Como esta?
Smiling
Wait,
from the
in
skies.
Somewhere up there, he's going, ah, ah, ah. And I like that. Right back at you, buddy.
I like how even in heaven he still has a severe form of ALS. What the fuck? He can't catch a break.
Yeah, he's like, you've got to be kidding me. Like up there, you
He's like
know?
up there talking to God. He's like, what the fuck? And God's like, I gotta keep you humble.
I gotta keep you humble, man. You're so smart.
Picture Stephen Hawking with angel wings, still in a wheelchair. Just
And his smile. He has a genuine smile.
He did. He had a great smile.
Oh, fuck. I love Stephen Hawkings.
So this company that was founded by an MIT graduate is called Nectome. And it
Great
asks.
name. Fuck is Nectome? What the shit?
It's just the way I pronounce it.
Okay.
It's probably Nectome.
Nectomy.
Nectome.
still sounds whack.
I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
I don't know.
No idea.
So they asked the question, what if we could back up your mind? And so what they're saying is that they believe that in the future they'll be able to download the mind into a computer from this process of them embalming a living brain. With their special chemical mix. By embalming the brain, it will 100% kill the person that is having this done to them.
Oh shit.
Can they implant it and reset it on another person's brains?
Or transferred into a robot.
No, so the thing
That's
is
what I'm
that
saying.
they're...
What if this shit's already happening to us, dude? Ooh. What if our brains are already in the juice? You know what I'm saying?
In the
And
what?
In the juice.
Oh,
right?
they said never mind.
No, if our brains are already in the juice right now, and to keep from just sitting there and being a brain that nobody wants to talk to because your ancestors passed on, we have this fucking reality that we're all in.
I always think
That's
that.
the Elon Musk theory, right?
Exactly, the holographic
theory that he
projection
believes
theory.
in?
That's the alternate universe one
Somebody
too.
need to change the life.
Hasn't been disproven yet. Still.
I believe it sometimes.
Sometimes.
Why only...
I just go through different phases.
Well, because of his Christian faith, he has trouble.
I go, sometimes it's Jesus. And then sometimes when I don't need help, I go, maybe it's science. But it's usually when I'm scared, it's Jesus.
Yeah, you know what? What do you guys believe in? Okay, so you've already said sometimes you
I
believe...
don't believe in shit.
No?
I just whatever
don't think
happens.
we've ever explored
check this
this.
out. Lately I've been into meditation a lot, right? So I'm like, man, I don't need this fucking Christian shit. Like I need to just work on my inner self, and that's all I just need to do, you know. And then sometimes when I'm alone and I'm like, is that a fucking ghost? Jesus, where you at, Jesus?
Yo, Jesus, I need Jesus, little help.
That's I know. That starts singing fucking Bible hymns and shit. Fuck that. All these demons go away.
It's so interesting too, like I specifically remember a friend in high school that almost thought he got somebody pregnant, right? Because she basically was fucking around and showed him this fake shit and he was like praying, like, oh God, what did I fuck? I specifically remember him saying, fuck God, he doesn't exist. But this motherfucker got on one knee and started doing this. I was like, oh, so God exists now, huh? I was like, yo, bro, just stick to one, man.
The brainwashing is strong.
I love it.
And then when I want to be all intelligent and shit, I just like believe in fucking alternate reality.
What do you believe, Tiff?
Synchronous shit.
I believe...
Don't read it. Just say it from your heart.
No, I'm not reading.
No,
I'm
just kidding.
I'm looking down. I don't know. I really believe...
She believes in a chupacabra.
No, like I believe in the universe. I believe that the whole universe is just like one, like the universe is God. And like whatever we die, it just gets recycled into the universe.
You're going to hell because that's not Jesus.
She's going to hell. We all agree she's going to hell? Yeah.
Yep, right here.
100%.
That's not Jesus.
That's why like I'll speak to God in my mind, but the God in my, like I do believe like there is like some type of power, but I believe that the power is the entire.
Tiff just lost 20 Instagram followers right now.
Wait, which one?
Live sub count. Going
It's
to.
fine.
God to me
Okay, I'm for sure.
is a hipster in a robe.
No, for sure, I'm gonna get judged for my beliefs, but
You don't even have to say that.
I actually believe that as well. Exactly what you just said. I legit do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, God is the universe.
Like an energy thing, like
Yeah.
the fucking like the universe, like. I don't know. It's weird to say like I believe in the universe because it's like, well, no shit, the universe is there.
Yeah, it
but
sounds
it's a
weird.
weird thing to say, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know. I like the idea that when we die, we go to the source, whatever that is. Maybe it's a fucking computer game.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think this is a simulated reality for whatever our soul is to play this game.
Yeah, I mean that.
To keep it occupied, we need this game that is got levels of difficulty.
I also think that when you start the game, I'm not even kidding. I think this is a fascinating theory. Like you start the game, right? And it's like, okay, well, choose your difficulty level, right? And it's like, okay, well, I'll choose, like, it's like you can have an appearance, like so you can be better looking, but then you suffer in this area and this area. Or it's like, oh, you want to be good looking, but you want to have bad skin. But then you want to be tall, but then you want to have like a medium-sized dick or whatever. You know what I mean? That's like,
Or like you start in a third world country or a first world country.
Yeah, you're hot as hell.
Yeah.
But in a starving country.
Do you believe in karma?
I believe in karma.
I don't believe in karma at all.
I don't call it karma. For me, it's kind of what you guys are saying.
I call
It's
it wind energy.
just- What?
Wind energy.
I just call it balanced universe. Like
I believe in karma.
universe balances itself.
Because all of the biggest YouTubers and most untalented YouTubers that I know are the saddest people that I know.
But so are the smallest YouTubers.
So
That's true. That's very true.
I just think that it's just all the luck of the draw. That's all.
So you just think this is everything that's happening is just one big accident?
I think things just happen the way they happen. Like I don't have to believe in karma that something because you're a bad person. There's a lot of bad people. Great, awesome things happen to them. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Let me tell you something about life.
So it's just like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
But then that's all perspective because you're seeing it as good. They might be like, oh, I only have 200 shoes.
It is all perspective.
Yeah,
like
that's
everyone I know who's made it is a YouTuber, so it's my only like
Reality.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but see, that's us kind of having to find a reason for them to be unhappy. Who knows? Maybe they aren't. You know,
Life
like,
has four seasons.
Maybe I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. Once I start caring about what somebody else and other shit, their karma, I don't give a fuck anymore. It just stresses me out. I gotta worry about my fucking self.
Yeah, so like Isaac, he was going through this phase when he was younger because his dad is really religious. He's
I told him God ain't real. He better quit with that bullshit.
you
Sounds
told
straight.
him that?
We were gonna go hiking and shit, and he was like, Jesus said, God this. I was like, look, that's brainwashing. None of that talk in my car.
Where was I?
Did you tell him Santa's real though? You had to tell him Santa's real.
Yeah, that shit's real.
All right, good.
My man.
No, yeah, so like in that time, like I didn't want to impose like my beliefs on him. I didn't want him to feel like, oh, my mom doesn't believe in God. Because I do in a sense, but like I said, my God is the universe, right? So then I was just telling him that, like, you know, just think outside the box. Like, always question whatever information you receive. Like, it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to take it for face value. And then, like, so Casey and I started to, like, just ask questions as to, like, what he thinks about his certain beliefs. And so the more he, like, thought about it, then he started saying things like, well, I don't know, maybe there is a God, or maybe the God that we know is kind of different. And I'm like, okay, so you're starting to think for yourself now. So
I believe in the MMA method. So everything the ancients have come up with, there's no perfect one method, right? And I feel like different cultures, they value and emphasize something else that the other one doesn't. So in Asian culture, I think they emphasize a lot more on just acceptance, like accepting as things are. And they don't use much logic, but what they do use is ways to figure out the flow of emotions and stuff like that, which is totally different concept to Western culture, which is more logic and reason based. Because how Western culture evolved is through like Greek and Roman and then so forth, where it's a lot of like the Western philosophy is let's figure out the truth through science, right? And then they have Christianity too, but it's always like, we were having this conversation this morning with Bart. Me and Bart were talking about how Europeans kind of evolved with the whole like begging to God, like God please this and that. So then you're looking for external things to solve your problems. Where in Buddhism, you're looking internally and like meditating and just trying to figure out things and letting it be.
Yeah, I like Buddhism.
So it's two different schools of thought, but I think there's no one way. It's both pretty good because one gets you to strive and improve through like figuring out the truth, and then the other one is like, let me just accept things as the way they are.
I want to see a picture of the universe, and I want to see. It's both one way. They're both pretty good. Joe Jitsukawa.
It's fucking simple, dog.
Because that is a hella good quote.
Yeah.
Gio, do you believe in God? Or what's up with you?
No, I was with you guys.
Oh, okay.
I've always been like the universe balances itself out. And some people call that karma. Some of the people call it God. I'm just like,
I'm a
I don't
Jesus
know.
believer.
Yeah, what about you, Bart?
I think I'm a fucking waves crashing on the rocks, dude. Where
It is what it is.
it is what it is. Shit happens.
You're
rocks-
Buddhist, right? Because you grew up Buddhist?
I think so. I think I have probably Buddhist ideals where it's just shit happens. Yeah, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, and you could take good things as good things, or sometimes like good things happen to good people. They think it's a bad. It's all perspective. And,
I'm a Christian Buddhist then.
yeah, just think like shit happens.
This.
Make the best out of what happens.
Yeah.
You sound like a guy who's just about to go surfing.
You know what?
Shit happens, bro.
Shit happens, bro. Get laid, get pussy, get paid. All right, I'll see you out there. It's beautiful today.
I'm definitely on your wave though. It's kind of like I can't sit here and question why something always happens.
Yeah.
We were talking about this conversation with me and my friend Khalif. We're like, you know what? Sometimes like when things are very, when your life is very like uncertain, you kind of hate being alone because you get stuck with your thoughts. And then I was going to get some tacos, right? And this guy that looked like Flavor Flav with neon green glasses.
Oh, shit.
It was a homeless guy comes up and he's like, want me to draw your picture for like 15 or 25 bucks? I was like, first of all, extortion, get away from me. Second of all, he goes, hey, you know it's okay to be alone sometimes. And then I'm like, you know what, God? I ain't trying to deal with this right now. I completely ignored the sign. I was like,
Is that you?
no, I'm not dealing with this. And I was like, okay, like this is very creepy. It's just a little creepy. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to deal with it.
If a guy came up to you like in that way where you're having your own personal crisis, and he's like he like takes his dick out and he's like, hello David, I am God. Like, do you feel like you're having?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It was just
Okay, good.
He like almost said verbatim what I was talking about that day for like 2-3 hours.
I see what you're saying.
And then he said that one specific phrase. He goes, "It's okay to be alone sometimes. You don't have to worry about it." He goes, "That's the time that you're going to grow the most." And I was like, "Well, first of all, you're homeless. You can't give me advice." You know, is what I was thinking in my head. But
You know what? Would you have said that to Jesus?
yes, I would.
Yeah, I probably would have too. Yeah, I probably would have.
You got visited by God.
I'd be like, hey man, maybe you should own some real estate
And
first,
then I
okay,
was in
Jesus?
tears laughing because I imagined him flying up, but because he's a drunken homeless man, he flew into the sign and crashed it into a tree. So I started cracking up.
He's not a perfect apostle.
Yeah, he's not.
Um,
And then I started getting upset, and I was like, you know what, God? Why would you send this man to me? You know what I mean? Like, why? How come everybody else has this great story of like their grandmother coming to them?
you need polish, right, David? You want a guy in a suit.
Yeah, I want something.
Suit, briefcase, maybe an old 80s cell phone. And he's like, hey, hold on a second. David, you should talk to God.
I need to be a little bit. I had a guy that looked like Flavor Flav with neon glasses that tried to charge me 15 to 25 bucks for a stick figure.
True. That's true charity, by the way, when you would say yes to that.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus, for that one.
God works in mysterious ways.